What's up, motherfuckers? What's going down? How y'all living?
Not bad, not bad. How about you?
Oh man, I'm doing pretty good. I can't call it. I've been needing to do a podcast for so long. I haven't done one in weeks, probably months. It's been a minute. Project Pat came up. We were gonna do a podcast, and then we were like, well, let's schedule it for tomorrow, right? So we don't try to cram everything. And we were going up to the prison to go speak. That was fucking exhilarating. That was one of the coolest things I've ever fucking done in my life. Yeah, and it was really cool. Yeah, because I spent a lot of time there, and I know everybody there. So when I went there, it was different not being in blues. You know what I'm saying? So like, I did not think that they were gonna let me in. I don't know why or how. That was God on that one, you know, to let me in. And they let me in, and I got to see all my old friends and a bunch of people that, you know, I love, and that it was really good. It was a humbling feeling, to say the least, but it was very surreal. It was very surreal because I never thought that I'd be able to walk back in there and show, hey, there's a better side of life that, you know, and if you guys can live this aspect, you know, and keep rolling. And now I'm fucking sounding like a preacher to all these guys. And, you know, Project Pat, he's very much a preacher in my eyes. You know, he's really good, and he knows the word, and he's very well spoken. And it's weird because you think of a musician and you think of their music, and you think of like what the content of their music is, and you think of Project Pat, you think in Memphis, you think in pimping women and selling dope and robbing people and shit and like crazy shit, right? And that's what's in the music, so that's what you think. But then you meet him and you're sitting there talking to him, and he's like, he just wants to give you the word of God. He wants to make sure that you're having a better life, and he's trying to show you a better avenue, better mindset of way of thinking and everything else. And you're like, damn, this dude's highly intelligent, you know what I'm saying? And like, you got it, and you know what path to take, and you know where to be. So like, being able to go with him into a place where I want to preach the same message, because, you know, a lot of the times people aren't gonna listen to me when I'm like, hey dude, you should like change your whole life around, right? And when someone says something to you, don't even worry about it. Fuck them. Just keep walking. You know, that means nothing. Let's focus on the family. Let's focus on the money. Let's focus on what really means something in life. And it's hard to say that to somebody without them being like, okay, well, can I have some money to help me out and get into this next level? And and that's for the most part where people are, you know. And we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of society, you know. We're so close to. Think about how many real rich folks think about going to jail every day, right? They don't. They don't at all. They're not thinking about going to jail at all, right? And they do the same things we're doing, you know. But us, we have to worry about getting pulled over and like, damn, I'm feeling to go to jail, and I'm trying to think of what am I going to jail for, right? But it don't matter, because that's our first thought. That's our first mindset. Man, I'm going to fucking jail, right? If we get pulled over some shit like that,
you see a cop come by and you get
fucking nervous.
I guarantee you, they don't.
They ain't getting no nervous.
They're in the back anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But even just random individuals that have never had to come through the same life as us, right? They will still have that same thought process of getting pulled over, unless they got bread. If they got money, that's what I've always said. They got fuck you money, right? But in the same token, so it's I would never listen to somebody like that was trying to teach me how to change my life. I wouldn't have, because I'm like, you haven't walked in my shoes. You have no idea where I come from. You have no idea where my lifestyle has been my entire life. So for you to say, hey, you shouldn't live this way, I'd be like, yeah, but you're also privileged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You also got a lot more, you know, if I don't do this, I'm not going to fucking be able to eat tonight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that was always a bigger life. So when you see and you have somebody that can co-sign a lot of things, and it actually means something that somebody will listen to, it's greater, because was able to be with him and showing that, hey, I listened to everything that he said, and I acted on the ways that he said, and look where it got me, right? And I'm on the other side, and they all know me as being on the side that they were at, right? They know me as the guy that I was with them. I was in the same shoes as them. So if I was able to be in the same shoes and they're still in those shoes, that they could transform and get out of those shoes and be in a completely different and still have all the same mentalities and things of that nature, but you change up and you become a better person, and then you start influencing other individuals to be a better person. You know, I had to sit down, I had to talk to a reporter yesterday, and we did like a full story and everything. And I was telling him, I was like, nobody in my camp or anybody around me is gonna be able to walk up and pull out some dope. Like, nobody's gonna walk up and be like, hey, who wants to party? Right? He's getting his ass kicked. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna try to help that kid out because clearly he needed some extra guidance. But 10 years ago, if somebody would have been like, hey, let's party, I'd be like, fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or hey, we could flip that, you know? Or, you know, I got someone that'll buy that, we could chunk that out, make some bread real quick, you know? And like, that was always the mind frame. But you got to think that people are 15 years younger than me. So they are the 15-year-old me. And you have these people that still think that this shit's cool and this shit that, oh, like, nothing can affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're 21, you're like, I'm gonna drink a fucking gallon of whiskey.
God, that's so funny, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now,
Then you get run over and stuff.
go get 2 drinks, you know, now. And wake up the next day, you're like, fuck, man. My back, my fucking everything.
Never should have done what I did when I was 21, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling it all.
Now I'm feeling it all. And then, but the thing is you can't tell that 21-year-old.
No, I've tried.
You can't, you know.
I've tried. It doesn't, you gotta live and learn.
You have to live and learn.
And just hope that it's not too much of a learning experience that it actually is detrimental, you know? You don't want anybody to get hurt, but so you have to learn your own way.
But nowadays it's so sketch, right? Okay, back in the day we used to get in a fist fight, right? We get in a full-blown fist fight, and then I'll see you the next day at school, and we ain't even mad at each other. I'm like, what's up, Bubba? Hey, how you doing? Da-da-da. You know, no, not nowadays. If you get in a fist fight with somebody, more than likely, both parties can't fight. And then one of those parties is going to go get a gun. Yep. And one of those parties go get a gun. I was talking to a 19-year-old, and he was like, well, if I got my ass beat, I'm going to come back and kill him. I was like, what? I was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. They're like, how? I ain't going to let that man fucking beat me up. I'm like, you've never been beat up? He's like, hell no, I ain't never been beat up. And I'm like, damn, I've been beat up hella times. You know, I've had my ass whooped hella times, but you have to have your ass whooped. If you ain't got your ass whooped, you tripping. Yeah, you got to get that humble. But to me, I'm like, damn, dude, so if you did me dirty, but you didn't even think that you did me dirty because you're not even paying attention to it. A lot of people don't even pay attention when they fucking somebody over. They really don't even know. And it sucks, but the same token, I can understand it. I can fully understand when someone does something to somebody else and they don't even see where they were wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, back when I was younger and I was dating a girl, I would cheat on her. But I'm like, no, but we were just dating.
Yeah,
it didn't count because we're not married. You know what I'm saying? That didn't count. We were just talking. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't make it Facebook official. You know, if it was not on Facebook, it really didn't count. You know what I'm saying?
Netflix.
Yeah. So, but I'm not even paying attention that I just psychologically damaged this person because she was putting all of her trust into me, right? And then now she's got no trust, right? So the next person she gets with, she's gonna automatically think, oh, if we don't make this exactly official, then he's gonna go cheat on me, right? And that no woman wants that, right? So then they're forcing the official. They're like, hey, let's make this official. Let's put a label on it. And the guy's like, hey, this is super soon. Why do we have to put a label on it? So now we're fucking up a whole relationship that could have been a good one, right? Because of something that I did in the past. So and it transpires with everything in life. Everything that you're gonna do in life, it's the exact same way. You know, childhood trauma is real. The way that you raise your kids, the way that you treat your kids is how they're gonna be adults. And that's gonna be how they treat their kids. And that's gonna be how they treat other individuals in society. So it's like, they had this trend going around. I told my wife it was the stupidest trend I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's where you put a camera up in a room and tell your kid that they can go in there and say whatever curse word that they want. Right? You seen that?
Yeah.
And dude, I was like, yo, no. Why are you allowing that? That's like saying, okay, look, I'm gonna let you go in the room. I fired you up a joint and I got you a shot of liquor. You could go in. It's fucking equivalent. It is equivalent to me, you know? And I know people are gonna say I'm wrong. Oh, it ain't the same. And express your fucking self, okay? I get it. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. You shouldn't be teaching kids bad things. No, you should be teaching them manners, and yes, fully, wholeheartedly. My kid's 14. His ass can still get the soap in his mouth.
Yeah.
Drink that shit.
Can't even say stupid or call somebody stupid.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, that's wrong. That's rude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're saying that it's cool for your kid to go in here, they don't know any different. They don't know that, hey, this is only a one-time thing, but it's fucking stupid because it's a fucking trend. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you're gonna allow these kids to go in here and say all this stuff, and then it shows the true character of the parent that you are. Right? Because I believe that the trend was started because you bring a kid in there and you want to see what kind of cuss words he knows because it's funny. Because like the ones I saw when I first seen it was like, the kid was like, butts, big butts, butts, big butts, butts, and butts. And like, to me, that was funny. I was like, okay, that's cool. I can understand that trend. But then you got these kids going in that are 4 and 5 and they're saying the shit that I'm like, whoa, I would never say that. Like, babe, turn that down on your phone. The neighbors can hear. What is wrong? You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna think that's us.
They're gonna think that's us. But it goes into the whole aspect of raising kids. And there's no handbook to it. There's no perfect way. We're gonna mess this up. We're gonna stumble. We're gonna fuck it up, right? But you have to go in with some good intentions. You have to go in with some good thought processes, right? You can't just be like, you know. So I used to get like angry and be like, damn it, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this, right? And then, you know, I thought, okay, well, she's 3, 2. That's why. Look how small her hands are. She don't know. She's just curious. She's trying to get into stuff and figure things out. And I should be helping her instead of getting mad and saying, don't touch this and don't touch that. Well, let me give you some reasons on why not to touch it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let me show you. I'm gonna go get a plastic fork. I'm gonna show you why you don't put your hands on the stove. Right. So instead of saying, hey, yeah, burn yourself. Right. Now I gotta deal with the kids' burns, and that could really fuck the kids' fans up for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that. So let's go get a plastic fork. Let me show you. Let me teach you something. Look what it's doing to the fork. Imagine what it's gonna do to your hand. She's gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's hot. Yeah. So like, you know, but they don't know these things. So you have to go about a better way. But the only way that we can become better is with the community. It takes a community to raise a child. So if I'm like, hey, put you up on game and you're open-minded and you can listen to me because, you know, you respect me because you're in my community and we are together. So if I'm like, hey, don't do this, I tried this with your kid, you know, I tried this, you know, and like different chewing things when they're teething and just stuff of like this nature, you know, hey, give them potty chocolates when they go to the bathroom and they'll go to the bathroom more, you know, because they want the chocolates. It's incentive. Just little tidbits like this, we could master parenting. We can master what it is to be a good fucking parent and how to raise children right. But we don't do that shit, right? If anybody tells me how to raise my kids, I'm beating their ass.
Right, everybody knows best. Leave me alone. You do you, I do me.
Yep, right, and that's the way that it goes, you know. And like they say with parents, they say a parent finally realizes that their parents are right. By the time they realize their parents are right, they already have a kid that believes that they're wrong.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a vicious cycle. But that's fine. That's totally fine because that's part of raising the children, right? That's part of it. But what you don't do is put them into the world, right? You don't make them worldly. You don't do fucking stupid Snapchat trends for TikTok that makes them do bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's funny when the baby acts like does the middle finger, you know, and stuff. That's funny.
Right.
But if you're allowing your 6-year-old to be like, fuck you with the middle fingers and everything, you're like, dude, you're teaching him that is funny and it's okay. So next time he gets nervous around people or something of that nature and he wants to make them laugh, what is he going to go to? He's going to go to what he believes everything's funny. Yeah. So now you got that little badass kid that's flipping off the bus driver because he's making his friends laugh. You know what I'm saying? And now you're like, dang, dude. And you wonder why. And you can't get mad at him because you did it. You allowed it. You taught him that. You put that in his freaking mind.
Yep.
It's over with. And I cuss so much, and I try my best not to, right? But we also know that those are bad words. You know what I'm saying? So those are bad words. You can't say these words. Well, how come Dad can say it? Well, Dad's wrong too. I need to stop. You know, I'm trying to stop, and you have to, hey, I am wrong. I'm sorry. I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I just said that. You know, and I'm pushing forth the effort. You own it, and then, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like the money jars, you know, and
Oh,
the swear jars, yeah. Because it makes it seem like, all right, I have to give up something every time I cuss, and I shouldn't cuss, so I'm gonna try to tail it back, and sometimes it's really hard to do.
Oh yeah, it is.
But parenting's not easy. There's nothing easy about being a parent. You know what I'm saying?
Job on top of your job.
It's a full-time job on top of your job. I think that's why, like, a lot of people, money ain't shit. Money's just a tool. But we need money so that we can buy the financial freedoms that we can have, because most of the time we're not there for our children. We're not. We have to be men and be out and be working and doing things that are going to provide for our children.
For the kids, yeah.
Yes. So the further we get into ours, the further we get away from theirs.
Yeah.
And it's touchy, and there's a balance to it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if everybody worked together and we found a good fucking systems and we found good ways to do this, then we'd be pretty fucking good parents. And then we hold everybody accountable, right? Mm-hmm. So if one of your friends was doing the TikTok trend, you fucking smack them in the mouth and say, "What the fuck's wrong with you, dumbass?"
Swear jar.
Swear jar. Put that $2 in there, you know what I'm saying, after you work them. It's worth it. Yeah. You remember that 5 that I put in there? Yeah. Don't make me put a 10 in there.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'll put a 10 in there right now, But that's one of the biggest keys to all of it, is the cycle of life, and how are we going to make the next generation better, right? Lighter?
That's right.
Yeah, why not? Some good old cannabis on a Saturday morning. I'd rather enjoy it.
I do too.
I got
These cameras on?
They are. Ed Bassmaster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And the Southern Dad?
Oh, yeah.
Dane?
Yeah, Dane, yeah.
So Ed is coming up to Marion to go to the Lincoln Theater, I think on the 14th or 15th. Let me hit that flame on if I want up to. Right? So I hit up Dane, really fucking cool dude, one of the funniest guys. I love his stuff. The Dollar General stuff is fucking hilarious. But I called him and he hooked me up, and I got Ed. He's gonna come down and do some meet and greets, and
heck yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
he'll come and do a podcast with me and stuff like that. So that's gonna be pretty cool. That is funny. These are comedians. And these are the funny ones. And I like stuff like what he does, because it doesn't matter what age you are or where you come from, you can still laugh at it. You can relate and laugh, right? Yep. And he doesn't have all the cursing, he doesn't have all the craziness, which is great, right?
It's like Justin Nunley, the Air Force guy. He does a lot of stuff with like NASCAR and stuff now, but
You had him on, or maybe not.
I'm not sure.
You might have had him on. I feel like you did.
Let me run this around town real quick. The microphones are the craziest thing. So Joe Rogan, he's like one of my favorite podcasters, right? Outside of that, there's like a whatever, I think it's like whatever podcast or whatever. I love that one, and only because he brings on these girls that think they know a bunch about life, and they're just all sex workers, and they're just like, no, this is what, and I have no problem with sex workers. I got no problem with anybody that chooses to do what they do. But you have to have a future, right? So if you're starting off and, you're doing OnlyFans, and this is where you're making all your money is on OnlyFans, I don't foresee yourself having children. I don't foresee yourself having a stable life. I don't think that you're morally sound. I don't think that your morals are all intact, which is fine. Which, I mean, we all sin differently, so I never judge anybody who sins differently, not even whatsoever. But, okay, so you have, like, Bunny, right? Now, she sells herself as a brand through sex, right? A lot of people look at her as a sex icon, right? Which is cool, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But is she still doing OnlyFans? Right? Is she still doing it all? I don't think so. No, I think it's been dead, right? So I get it. It was a start, and that's cool. What are you doing with that start? You changing shit? Now you're changing lives, right? Yep. Now you're going through and actually speaking on it, and now you're being a part of it. Now you're being a face for it. That is fucking amazing. That's what you want. That's the shit that you aspire for. You don't want to die an old fucking prostitute. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your life is and you go through it, right? I don't want to die a drug dealer. I don't think that it's fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I quit that shit, right? And it's the same detrimental fucking standpoint to society. You know, whether you're selling drugs or selling sex, it's the same fucking thing. You know, you're selling pleasures. So to me, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person, right? But we all get led down our own path, right? It's about your future. Like, when are you going to stop? When are you going to change? When are you going to do something better, right? Because I don't want to be that person that sins. I don't want to be that person that's wrong. I don't want to be that person, right? But as we grow up, we don't know any different. So we go with what we know. You know what I'm saying? It's back to the basics. You go with what the fuck you know, and that's how you roll it.
You gotta make a buck.
You gotta make a buck. You know, and I respect it. I fully respect it. And I have no problem with someone saying, hey, God gave me this. I'm gonna use this to get myself paid.
Right. I got talents.
Run it. Fucking run it. And I'm cool with that, right? But you have to understand what you're doing. Right? You have to understand there's consequences with it. You know what I'm saying? It's different, I think, in sex worker than it is in the drug game on the consequence side, right? But in the same token, you're gonna have these people that look at you in a certain light.
Still a stigma.
That's a stigma. That's totally fine. Only when you change it, right? So if you know that you're doing wrong and you know that you're sinning, right? And once you're able to say, all right, and it sounds fucked up, but like selling dope, you're like, dude, the second I make 50 grand, I'm out. Because I'll be able to open up a business, I'll be able to do that. Now, that's not always the case. That's not always the case.
No.
But if you do get to that point and you make your 50 grand and you're able to say, all right, I'm out, you know, that's a beautiful thing. That's a blessing, right? So then those are the ones that make it into a better realm. Those are the ones that make it into a better position in life, right? The ones that say, all right, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but now I'm still gonna use who I am and what I've done to inspire and perfect the next person. You know what I'm saying? And like, she does that with the podcast. You know, she inspires so many people that are just lost and like that are in the same avenues and she inspires them and puts them in better position, better mentally, you know? And to me, that's great. That's great things. So like Jelly used to sell dope, right? And he lets people know, hey, I was a piece of shit. You know, I was fucked up. I'm an asshole, you know, but I know that. And as long as I know that, now I can change people's lives. I could change other individuals' life through my shortcomings, right? I don't want to say shortcomings because it sounds bad, because I mean, me and Jelly's story is very similar. Yep. You know, the whole nine, you know. And me, I feel the same way, because I was like, damn, dude, I was a piece of shit my whole life. How was I so wrong? I'm cool with it all, you know what I'm saying? I was fucked up. So as a fucked up individual, you're not gonna think of that at the time. You're just gonna think about getting your motherfucking money. Yeah. I ain't no social worker. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the killer behind it. So as we raise kids and we put them into that same mentality, it's like, all right, look, you're 18. You can sell dope for the next 3 years, stack up your money, right? And that's the older cats that I grew up around was teaching me. You know, you stack up your money. You can go sell dope for a few years. You're still young. You got it in you. Nobody wants to go do a fucking prison bid. Nobody. Nobody. But you don't know that you're about to do a prison bid until it fucking smacks you in the face. And you're like, oh my God, wait, this is a little more serious than I thought it was. Yeah. This is, fuck, I'm fucking it up somewhere, you know? But then, boom, you go and do your bid and then you come out. And then what did you learn in there? More criminal shit? That's it? Likely. Because you are who you hang around. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you hang around a bunch of killers and convicts, I mean, you're gonna end up being a killer and convict. That's just how it goes, you know? Your son is gonna be just like you. Yeah. Your son is gonna follow in your footsteps. And if you don't raise your daughter, she's gonna follow in another man's footsteps, and that's not the one you want. Right? So it's very big, because who you are and how you act and what you've done. Now, the greatest thing is you can say, hey, I've done this and I've been there, and I can show you a better route. But you actually have to step out and lead by example. Right. And I think that's, show the scars. Yeah, show the scars. Literally. Show them. That's what Jelly and Bunny are doing. They're pulling and saying, look, this is who I am. This is where I've been. This is my shoes I've walked in. And they fully embrace everything and who they are to make it a better fucking place. Yep. And they're using it to make it a better place. But I mean, if you've never been in a fight, right? and you've never got your jaw jacked, who the fuck makes you think you could walk in the ring with Tyson? That ain't gonna happen. You're not walking in that ring with the dude. He gonna laugh at you and embarrass you. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
Every fucking time. So, you know, you don't ever want to be that father that gets laughed at and embarrassed because he couldn't do something for his daughter, or he couldn't make that mindset change. You know what I'm saying? And he's still 40 fucking years old selling crack, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you just got caught with a fucking charge, you know? And you
got stacks though.
Yeah. What kind of stacks? You still selling crack? You ain't got stacks. Hell no. You only got stacks when you're doing raw coke. You go to the source. You don't be on the bottom level. You know what I'm saying? But there's, you know, and I'm not trying to take away from anybody or say anybody's like fully wrong on their own path that they've had to choose. But it's when you find the fucking reasoning for life and what you're supposed to do and where your mind is at, and then gain the maturity to be there, right? So then when you finally get to that fucking point, that's been my fucking point. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck this. Why am I still doing the same ass shit? They keep landing me in jail and landing me here. All right, I'm done. Yeah, all right, I'm done. You know, because I got other focuses. So I gotta focus on other areas, and I gotta focus on other avenues. But you know, at the beginning, we're all fucking slum. We're all losers. We're all at the very bottom. We don't understand. So there's nobody gonna teach you. Nobody's gonna show you real estate. Nobody's gonna show you how to operate with big businesses. Nobody's gonna show you how to run a retail store. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it, and you're gonna fall on your face 5 times. But here's the kicker: if you fall on your face when you're broke, right? The mindset that you have is broken.
Yes.
Because if you put everything you have into something, and then you fully fucking fail because you didn't know a lot of the things, right?
And it's not you. It's not your product. It's not you. It's just because the experience wasn't there yet, and it crushes you.
And it crushes you.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you go back to the basics, right? You go back to the things that you know is going to make you money. But there's a lot of people that never even got that chance. They, you know, they can't go into sex work. They can't sell dope. They can't do these things, and they don't have any talent. So then they're over here working at UPS or FedEx and fucking making 15, 16 bucks an hour and just wondering what the fuck to do with their life. Not even knowing that they have natural talents, that God has gifted everybody with a gift. So if they have these natural talents that they could fucking use, but they don't know because they've never had to use them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I was good at business till I started selling dope. You know?
Hell of a way to find out.
It's hell of a way to find out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn. So all my years of selling dope, and then I started linking up with businessmen and started doing like actual business, like legit and stuff like that. We're building structures into businesses and things like that, and running systems and payroll and accounts payable. And I'm like, what the fuck is all this? Right? Didn't know any of it, but it's all terminology. And I just had to have somebody teach me the terminology. Once I learned all the terminology, I was like, man, this is just like selling dope. Yeah. So Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? You got your profits, you got your overhead, you know, you got your re-up, you know, and the whole nine. I'm like, damn, this is very fucking similar.
It's the same spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's the same fucking spreadsheet. It is. And
just on
but nobody's gonna teach you that shit.
No.
Nobody's gonna teach you economics. Nobody's gonna teach you how to play in the fucking game. Nobody's going to
no,
it.
people like to crush it.
Yeah, people we went to school with can't even write out a check or like write in cursive anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, they don't write in
cursive. A lot of people that can't do their taxes, like, just because they didn't teach it in school. Like, like I don't know if they ever have, but like we definitely didn't get it.
No, we don't do taxes in school.
It's crazy. Like you should at least learn that your senior year. I feel like.
I think you should learn it before your senior year.
The kids today won't even have to go into a bank. They don't even know how to. They don't have to fill out a check. Balance a checkbook.
They don't have to do none of it.
No.
They go to the bank one time to set up the account.
And that's it. You don't.
Yeah, you don't even have to. You can do it online.
You can do a Zoom. You know, hey.
Yeah, that is fucking true. It is. But it's good for a lot of things.
It has its pros and cons.
It makes it to where like I don't have to pull up to my store every fucking day.
Which is great.
I love that. I love the fact when I don't have to show up and micromanage.
Yes.
I don't want to have to go in there and try to, because then why am I having employees? What's the point of having employees if you have to fucking do all the work still? If you have to be there and you have to do all the fucking work, what's the point of having employees?
But you'll never get to that situation right there, that spot, unless you learn how to go with a fucking balance your checkbook to begin with. Like you gotta go, you have to learn it. You like
They don't teach balance and checkbooks though?
No.
They don't teach none of that? No. They did when I was in school.
Oh my God, yeah.
They showed you how to balance a checkbook. They showed you all that. They broke it down. It wasn't a long class.
Right.
It was probably just 1-2 week section out of the whole 4 years, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no, they
didn't get
did
any of
that
that.
with us.
They should have to do everything, you know,
I can't
before
tell
they
you
get
the
to that
last
level.
time I went to the bank and walked out with a checkbook. Because used to you
Yeah.
get the checkbook before you even got your debit card come out and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they just print your debit card.
Yeah, you get a
Oh yeah,
checkbook.
they ask you if you want to do checks, and I always say, yeah, I need to order checks. I need checks because I still do checks. I still write that shit out, and I still write it in my ledger,
Well, yeah,
who it went to and how it went.
Receipt, they're always
How many
saying,
people don't trust
show
it,
your
though?
receipts.
But how many people don't trust it? If I come over to you to buy some merch, right, and you got $15,000 worth of clothes for me, right, and I'm like, all right, here's this $15,000 check.
Don't bounce it to me.
You know what I'm saying? Don't bounce it. You might as well just roll it up and bounce off.
Is it rubbery?
Yeah, but that's the thing. If somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey," I mean, I understand a little bit, but let's say 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, but today.
Right.
So I'm coming to you and I'm like, "Hey, I'm just gonna give you a check." You'd be like, "Why don't you just Zelle it or transfer it?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can you show me that you have the money in your account? You know, back in the day, you can go to the grocery store, write them a fucking check.
Yep.
Get fucking $300
Yeah.
of groceries,
That's
and
what
write
my
them a
dad
fucking
does.
check, and then leave. You know, they'll go cash them checks later.
My dad fucking uses a check at the grocery store.
Yeah,
He likes it.
yeah.
He likes to use a check.
Why
and,
wouldn't
and he adds $20 more to the check, and he gets money back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he gets money.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandparents used to do that. They would add 40 to their tab
yeah.
and then hand them the check, and then they would fucking hand them $40 extra
Yeah.
on top of their groceries.
Right.
And I'm like, you guys got some serious trust.
That's
Ain't no fucking way. Because if people knew that they could do that now, they're gonna be stealing fucking checkbooks and just going in there and fucking writing the fucking check and and dipping out with all the steaks and beer and shit, and they're like, got it for free.
Ruth and I left at was it 3 a.m. We got here at 3 o'clock. That was a pretty good ride.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah, I don't mind a nice little 12-hour ride.
No, if you leave Massachusetts at night, it's
Mm-hmm.
perfect because if I leave at 2 or 3 a.m., I'll get through Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, over the George Washington, onto the turnpike when the sun's coming up behind me instead of blinding me.
Yep.
And you're off. You're off to the running, off to the race. As soon as you get through that clusterfuck, you are okay.
Yep.
That's the worst place. I cannot stand driving through those. From my town, my city, to the George Washington Bridge and over is horrible.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's a race course,
Yeah.
but it's a race course with horrible roads.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
everybody literally still is doing a ridiculous speed over those potholes. But that's why I go at night, and there's not as much traffic because everybody's sleeping. So I leave at like 2 or 3, and I'll get through that shit, and then I'll be into the morning traffic by the time I get out to 81. You know,
Yeah.
and just cruise with the trucks with the agriculture highway. Just ride. As soon as I see the crosses, I know I'm good to go. I'm good to go 70 and.
See, that's
Just
that's
roll.
why it's always my favorite time to leave is real early in the morning,
Yes.
late at night type.
Me and him did
I love
in
that, too.
Nashville.
I
It
like
does.
the truck stops.
Yeah, I like
It's
to hit the
fun at
truck
night.
stop. Yeah.
It's always fun.
Yeah, hell, we left at what 5:30 this morning, or tried to.
Tried to, yeah.
Ended up leaving at like 6.
That's usually how it goes. But yeah, well, see, that's my normal. I'm usually leaving at about 6:30, 6:45. I leave my house and get to it, and that's Sundays too, every fucking day. I
get to
don't
sleep
take
in a
days
little
off.
bit on the weekend with the wife outside, but usually I was up like 6:30 every night.
My wife always tries to let me sleep in, and then I get so mad.
I can't
Right?
see.
No, it's because like I have shit to do.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying?
There's not enough time in the day
There's
to get
not.
done what I want to get done.
Exactly.
At nighttime, I'm not going to do it. I need to do it now.
Yeah.
So I
So
get up.
If I
and just
wake
do
up
it.
a little later in the morning, I'm like kind of pissed off. I'm like, man, I could have already got this done. that
Yeah.
done.
yeah, I'm like, dude, I done fucked it up, and she'll be like, you didn't get home until 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Then when you got home, you had to work on some shit, so you didn't get to sleep till 3:30, 4, and then
Right back
and
up.
you're mad that I woke you up, that you woke up at 8. I'm like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
I said 7:30.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you don't understand. I could have already
I've
had
already
my
been out
shit
the
and my
door.
coffee in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I gotta go sit down on the toilet knowing that I'm late. You know what I'm saying?
in a rush.
Yeah, knowing that I'm in a rush and I can't even enjoy this. You know, I can't check no messages. I can't do my little 30-minute prep before. You know, and one thing I like about being a man though is that It don't fucking matter. I could just get up, throw a hat on, kick my shoes on, and rush out. It don't even matter if I'm still wearing my fucking basketball shorts and a beater.
Hell yeah.
As long, if it's summertime and the weather's good, run it. I'll just run out wearing what I slept in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's cool. I ain't got to do all the extra shit. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
It helps when you're bald too. You ain't got to worry about the hair at all. You can just run out the door.
Oh, dude, I haven't had a
You gotta get
haircut in a
ready.
minute. Yeah.
Nope. I don't even have to pot it to the side or nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too funny. That's way too funny. No, but that's just part of it. I'm enjoying it, and I think a lot of people just gotta really enjoy it. Cause dude, you're gonna get your fucking down times. It's been nonstop. Well, I got stores opening, and I got like a bunch of shit going on right now. So like, everybody's blowing me up, and for some reason, I'm not even that important. But for some fucking reason, people can't operate without me. And they're like, okay, what do you want me to do? All right, what do you want me to do? I'm like, what did we do yesterday? What about this whole past week?
How long have you
What
guys
about-
been open now up there?
What, 10, 12 days? Something like that. Yeah. We just been doing like slow openings. But no, I not just that. You know, I got other things as well that we'll be doing. And I'll be like, all right, hey, we're going to cruise out here. And we're going to do landscaping. We're going to fucking mow. And then we'll weed eat after. Like, all right, cool. So then, now I'm the one paying, right? So I'll be the one paying. So cash is coming out of my pocket, right? So I'm like, be there 9 o'clock, right? Now me, I got 5 other things that end up popping up in the morning. So I have to like go tackle 2 or 3 of them. So I'm not gonna be able to get down here till about 10:30, 11, right? So boom, everybody's out there at 9 o'clock. I didn't talk to nobody because this was established yesterday. You know, so I'm not, this isn't the exact, and this isn't, you know, but just in generalities.
Right.
Yeah. So everybody will pull up and they'll kick it and wait on me. Right. And
Yeah,
they'll
time
just be kicking it, waiting on me, and then they'll be blowing me up. Be like, hey, where you at? What do you got going on? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm paying you guys.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's get it going.
And I don't want to say it like that because, you know, I like to go out and be a part of it, help and do the same things, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
be there. So, but at the same time, I'm like, but I'm not getting paid, right? Because it's on one of my properties. So I'm not the one getting paid. I'm paying you guys to do it. So if I don't make it there the first 2 hours, just start.
The game plan was set.
Yeah, just start.
Right.
Just start doing what needs to be done because essentially, once it's done, then the job is done and we can leave, right? And that's where you get paid, right?
Quicker you're done, quicker you
That
get
just
paid.
makes sense. Yeah. But you know, I don't know. I think that's part of what being the leader is supposed to be. You're supposed to go and lead by example and
Yep.
charge from the front and the whole nine. But then there's those times to where like I'll get home and it was like 2 a.m. I just had to come back from like, you know, Roanoke or DC or some shit. You know, we were in Charlotte all night or some shit. We had to go. So then I come back 2 or 3 a.m. and then I get up, but I know that I'm gonna be tired and late. So I'm like, I'm hitting 2 or 3 people. I'm like, hey, you got this? Hey, you got this? You got this? Right? And then it's cool because I hit specific people on those notes.
Right.
I'm like, hey, you got this? Hey, you got this? And they're like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. And I'm like, hey, and I'll go right back to sleep. And then I'll get up at like 7:30. And then like 3 fucking things didn't get done. And I'm like, what happened? I thought you said you got this. They're like, well, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, we've been doing it for years.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I thought you maybe wanted different because you get a lot of the salt in the game. You know, people will be like, well, this was a little bit different and I
Yep.
didn't. And then I didn't want to wake you up because I knew you were going to sleep in. So I figured we would just roll with this. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go over here and bang my head up against this wall for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go find the stud in it.
Yep. Well, this is the truth on one thing is you can't help what other people think, right? And everybody's different, right? And that's what makes us great is because we're all different. We all bring something different to the table, right?
Yep.
I bring that fucking like what the fuck is going on shit, you know? And they bring the what the fuck do you want me to do shit, you know? So yeah, and but it's great, you know, you have to have that because if we were all the same person,
That'd be no
it'd be
fun.
fucked up. No, it'd be all fucked up. We'd be super militant. It'd be all like in one avenue and everything would be the exact same.
North Korea?
It would be North Korea. You know what I'm saying? But even in North Korea, people still have different mindsets.
Very true.
Yeah.
You just can't speak on it.
That's true. Yeah,
But you
that
can
is
have
true.
it.
Yes, that is fucking true right there. Mm-hmm.
That's one reason I will say I will always love America, no matter what state we're in. We got the freedom to say what we want, at least.
It's kind of.
Well, you know what?
You got the balls to. I don't care.
Yeah,
Who
no.
offend.
To a certain extent, we can get away with it.
Well, so here's my whole kicker behind that, right? I'm not an activist. I'm an activist towards cannabis, but I'm not an activist. So I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want if I lived in North Korea or wherever,
Yep.
just on the simple fact of I don't tell everybody everything on every note. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we got the podcast. I get that. We talk a lot of shit, and like, but like, if I was in one of these countries, I'd just be like, nah, I'm not gonna bad talk the president. I ain't got nothing to say about him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether he did right, wrong, or the injustice, one, he's my president, and I can't say anything bad about him because what does that look like? It's like somebody in your house, right? Your brother, sister, wife, your dog, and you go out to your friends, right, or to these other people and badmouth them in your house. Like, yeah,
your
our
own.
fucking president is made fucking, you know, he fumbled the ball hella times. But I'm a Raider fan. I understand fumbling and interceptions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? More than anybody. Right. I'm not going to say that I'd put him right back in play. No. We gave him a shot. Let's roll on. Let's give somebody else their shot. We'll go back to somebody else that's already had a shot. You know, but
Right.
to me, I'm like, I'm not going to badmouth him. I'm going to be upset with certain things that he did, you know, in putting in laws. But hell, who am I? People get upset with things that I do all the time. You know, you could ask my wife.
We literally had this conversation yesterday. We were talking about how when Trump was in, people were like, he's not my president.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear people saying Biden's not my president.
Hell of
We're
people that
rolling-
say that.
We're rolling.
It
with-
doesn't matter when we, no, it doesn't matter who's in presidency.
Like-
Now, I'm not going to say that Biden didn't fuck up more than most, but
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't matter who's in presidency. You're going to have people that hate him.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It
Those-
doesn't
But to
matter.
say somebody's not your president is just the most like dumb thing for you to ever say. Like, you
Oh,
live,
yeah.
Like you live in this country and that's
And
your
that's
president.
not, no,
dog.
it's your president. Yeah.
Like
It's your president. Yeah.
it's just so dumb. For,
That-
like,
that
when I
is-
hear people
that
say
is-
that, I'm like, that's your president. Like Biden's my president. Like, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you know,
unfortunately.
hey, look, we'll get a better one next year. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. You know, but yeah, that's the truth, you know. But hell, fuck it. Hellfire.
I just use it as fuel
Fuck it,
because
we
they usually
ride.
get more keyed up than I do about it, and I'll just say something smart and piss them off.
Yeah, see, I don't like to talk about politics. I love to talk about religion with people. I love to. And I don't like to talk about religion to some people, that's
Right.
for sure. Right? Like a different generation, you know, it's harder to talk to with different generation, whether it's, you know, older or younger. A lot of times you're like on a completely different mind frame because you're raised differently, you're in a different generation.
Oh, yeah.
We're all fucking different, you know what I'm saying? We think different, our society raises us different, and like right now we're being fully programmed, you know. Man, speaking of, I watched this show on fucking Netflix last night, and it looked hella good. It was called something about money. It was like, get me better at money, or something like that. Getting better at money, right? Being good at money, some shit like that, right? And you know, my wife, she does the Airbnbs right now, so she's kind of really getting all into it. So like, she's finding better ways and like what to do when a tenant breaks your stuff and like doesn't want to pay for it, and like she's going through all the stuff right now. I fucking love it because when she does anything, she's a doctor, so when she does anything, she goes like full-fledged, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking all the research, every fucking thing. So like, and she's about to drop her first Airbnb. That's, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
So she's like
That's cool.
getting into it, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's run this, right? Well, we started watching the show, and I was like, yes, I was stoked about it, right? And then they were showing, and they're like the base of the show, they were like, all right, send me in your video of, you know, what you need help with. And they'll be like, hey, I struggle paying my bills, I'm always in debt, I use my credit card, and I'm doing this and this, and, you know, I'm always broke, how do I get ahead? And then every single one there was like 15 people that they did, but each one was a different type of person, right? You had the black dude that was an athlete that wanted to become a rapper and saving his money, right? And then you got the white girl that dyed her hair blue and she's trying to get medication because she suffers from anxiety and depression. And like each one of these, and I'm like, you're trying to, the thing about TV is relations. You have to get it to be relatable for it to have sales, right? Like This Is Us, right? That was a huge fucking show because it showed so much pain and everybody's in pain. So it showed so much pain throughout it, right? And then it'll give you a glimpse of overcoming it, right? So people are like, ah, you know, but that's relatable because everybody's in pain, right?
Yep.
So I see this and I see each different person, and you could identify which person was you, which person was your friend, which person was, and it's all programming. I was watching it and I'm like, this is full programming, because like they're gonna teach this girl how to save her money, right? And be able to still smoke her vape and go and get the Xanax that she needs.
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, that is something that you're putting out into the world as, let me show you how to be a better person and get the dope that you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
And then you have each individual one, and as they're rolling through, the coaches are teaching, right? But it's all a fucking program, and it's exactly how they want you to roll. You know what I'm saying? Well, how is your social media life? Do you have a good TikTok? Maybe you should do better TikToks and try TikToks like this. And I'm like, damn, they going in on this shit. They're like, who created this? I figured Elon Musk would have like shut down that whole thing.
Right.
You know, they're like, take that down. We don't need no more programming. But the thing was, is it had relationships for every single type of person, right? And how you could stay programmed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cause I had this kill the gas station thing that I always teach people that are like just getting into the money world, and they're trying to figure out how to save that money and how to build a little bit of money with a regular job, right? So I have this little scheme that I do with people that are younger and that can grasp it. And it only takes 2 years. But now 2 years seems like a long time, right? How old are you, Cam?
28.
So by the time you're 30, wouldn't you like to have something that's like, I get $6,000 a month and it's passive, and I can still do my own job and still do all my stuff, right? So 2 years is really nothing, but it's being disciplined for a solid 2 years. That's the fucking key. Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
Work out. Let me tell you how hard it is, right? Start going to the gym tomorrow and do it every fucking day for 2 solid years, right? You're gonna change your entire mentality about life, but not just from the workout. You're gonna be dedicated to that workout, because you either have to be dedicated to that workout, you're not gonna get that discipline. Yep. You're not gonna have that discipline. Discipline's doing it whether the fuck you feel like it or not, right? Everybody works on feelings. Everybody acts on emotions. Everybody goes by that. That's just how society rolls. Me, I don't give a fuck how I feel. If I'm tired, get the fuck up, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? I'll be yawning the whole time. I'll probably drink 6 cups of coffee the whole time. Okay, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock this mug. You know, that's the discipline. That's the key that you gotta have going all the way through. So it's so easy to work out for 6 months and take that weekend off. You fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself. And all that 6 months worth of work is out the window, right? And that just doesn't mean working out. I mean, like, if you go like, all right, my kill the gas station thing, just real quick, is I should have put my phones on silent. That's what I should do.
That's what the movie theater tells you to do.
Yeah.
Put your phone on silent.
I'm telling you. I thought I did, but I think I only put one on silent.
One of the 3, yeah.
So, but the biggest thing is, right, is if you got a credit score, right, 500-600, even if you got a 700, cool. Go get a Capital One card, right? Go get yourself a Capital One card, and then never go into the gas station again. If you need water, bring your Hydro Flask with you, right? It's simple. It's very simple, right?
Okay.
But you know how hard it is to do this for 2 years, right? Pack your lunch, right? If you want snacks and shit, get it at Sam's Club so that you buy it in bulk and you're saving your money, right? Get your points back, use your membership, right? Spend the extra $10 on the premium one because then you get fucking tax backs and all this extra shit back. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm not the fucking birthday. Seriously. It's not that important. So,
You don't know that.
yeah, I do. I'm the boss. I fully understand the situation at hand.
Roger.
If it was important, my wife would be calling me.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was that phone.
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
good.
no, mine has
Absolutely.
a completely different ringer.
Oh,
and,
excellent.
Yeah, so
Good to go.
yeah, hell no. So that's really the only time. If like she calls me back to back, I'm like, hey, hold up, we gotta stop this. What's
Oh,
up?
hell yeah.
You know, if mom calls anytime. You know what I'm saying? Afro Man, when we did a podcast, his mom called and fucking he answered it right then. In the middle of the podcast. Yeah, you're on the podcast. Yeah, it was cool as shit. And I loved it. I loved that whole thing. That was great because I was like, that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
You don't ever
yeah,
neglect
yeah,
anything. Yeah. But so you kill all your addictions, right? You're not going in there, you're not getting any tobaccos, right? You're not getting any of that shit, right? So I know a lot of people like to smoke bud. I love to smoke weed, right? How much are papers? You got to go in the store to get papers, right? Dude, go file yourself an LLC and then just purchase it from a wholesale. Super simple. You know what I'm saying? LLCs are fucking free. You can file it all yourself. You get your EIN number and just jump on a wholesale distributor, right? And then buy a fucking box for $10 and it fucking lasts you a year. You know what I'm saying? Because it's wholesale. It's
Right.
fucking a fifth of the price. You know what I'm saying?
Buying a pack
You
every
don't
week.
go into a gas station for
Yep.
2 years solid. Don't get a Gatorade. Don't go get snacks. Don't get any of that shit. Period. Now, if you're on the road, you should have fucking prepared better, right? If you know you're gonna be gone for 3 days, grab your fucking snacks from your Sam's Club and fucking, you know what I'm saying, use those. Use your Hydro Flask. People will give you free water anywhere. You can walk in, fill up your Hydro Flask, and they're not gonna say shit at the fountain. Never will. Try it. If you go in there just for a cup, half the time they'll never charge you for it. So if you can get a fucking cup of free water, you're Gucci, right? And then when you run your credit card, only for gas. When you go to the pump, use your credit card at the pump every time. So you're getting points back, right? And you're building your credit at the same time. And now your gas and everything else is cheaper on top, right? So you're good. So for 2 fucking years, you're saving all that money from going into the gas station. Your income's up. What is it? Penny saved, penny earned, right? So if you're saving all them fucking pennies at the end of the year, that shit adds up. So save all of it. Kill all of your overhead, right? And if you're young and single and you ain't got fucking kids, go stay at mama's house. You know what I'm saying? Real, for real. That's real ass shit. Because you know what you could do with 20 grand? You could put 10 of it down on a fucking house note, especially a $50,000 one. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. Put it down, paid it off, flipped it. Super simple. And a lot of times you just put beauty into it. You know what I'm saying? Get something for 50, put your little 10 down. You still got a whole nother 10 to paint it, do some new trim, maybe put some new flooring in, you know? Go out here and do a little bit of landscaping, put some fucking elbow grease into it on your spare time, because you'll have spare time if you're not smoking and drinking. I promise you. If you're not smoking and drinking, you'll have a whole bunch of spare time. So go throw that shit in there. 2 fucking years. Airbnb that bitch out, rent that bitch out, or sell it. Get your fucking money back and go snatch up 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just stacking. It's very fucking simple. You know, there's a lot more to it and there's a little more logistical in the mix. But the grand scheme is very fucking easy. But you know how hard it is to shake those monsters in the dip? Right? Every day you want it.
Oh, yeah.
Every day. Right?
Every second I want the dip.
You know? So, no, but think about that.
Yeah.
So you're spending, that's fucking $20 a day.
Oh, dude, I dip without the pouches. I can go through a tub that's like 10 cans of the Stoker for 3 days.
Holy shit.
Oh, I dip, son.
So you're gonna need a dentist and a bunch
I
of
got
shit.
broken ass teeth from dipping.
Oh yeah. Damn. Yep, you see the connection here? Right? So you're buying somebody's houses.
Oh, I'm putting them bitches up.
Yeah. Oh, they working on their 6 kids' college right now. You know? But it's discipline.
Yeah.
So to go from 28 to 30 with the next 2 years with none of that and saving all that money and then investing it and putting it into real estate, because real estate's always good.
Grew my own tobacco.
We're
Always
just
good. Yeah.
We're literally gonna drive
Buzz.
because we're just gonna end up getting in like a camper and going. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's our thing. Once Tegan is better,
Yeah.
that's what we want to do. Is just she goes to college,
Mhm.
we're off. So just buy a lot, because you can go up to New Hampshire and buy 5-6 acres for $8,000,
Yeah.
$15,000. It's
No
millions.
shit.
Oh yes, you buy acreage easy.
Bro, have you
Hundreds.
seen the tiny homes?
Yes, you could put a tiny home village up there.
Yeah.
For no money. Well,
Yeah.
small money.
But no, here's the thing.
I'd
No,
love to
no,
do that.
no money. Because here's the kicker. So if you save that bread up and you got 2 years right of working, what do you need for mortgages? 2 years?
2 years.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So if you got this down payment and you got these 2 years, you can go over here and buy that for $8,000 and then get a construction loan and let them give you $100,000 and then you buy all your fucking tiny houses with their money. So you own the entire fucking thing.
Like we're
with their bread.
constantly searching for land.
Yeah.
Nothing hundreds. We would love to have hundreds of acres.
Of course.
That's
Who wouldn't?
anybody's dream.
Yeah.
But no, we're searching for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 acres. Maybe
Yeah.
even 14 would be incredible.
Yeah.
You go to like New Hampshire, and Maine, right?
Yeah.
Upstate New York. My God, dude, you can buy 56 acres for $40,000. Now,
Is it all mountainous?
Well, that's just
It's
it.
gotta be all mountainous.
You gotta research it and do your research
Yeah.
and find out, because we're always looking for. Well, I'm always looking for water.
Yep.
I see water come through my little parcel of land that I would buy.
Yep.
Because that makes life easier if you have water on your property, right?
Yep.
Because it's going to be off grid, whatever I do.
Well,
So,
especially, I mean, you could generate electricity through it.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
You just search, and I honestly would love to have. I'd like to have like 5-6 acres and have the 2 or 3 of them up this corner of a mountain, so I
Yeah.
actually I can play.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, that's
That's dope.
Yeah, a lot of the times, so like right here, there was a spot and there was like 20,000 for a little over 5 acres, and I was like, that's fucking beautiful.
It's awesome.
Went
I'd
out
Say
there,
that's wonderful.
completely undevelopable. You can't do anything to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn.
Zone is it just not like, what was it, like wetlands?
Well, no, it's just side of a mountain, and
Oh, yeah.
and it's all slate, so it's all bedrock. So they can't even get in to put septic in,
Yep.
and like you have to have septic.
Yeah.
If you
Welcome
don't,
to
if
the
you don't
hills
have
of
no septic,
Virginia.
you can't even put in.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? So, and I'm like, damn, dude, that fucking sucks, because like you could do a lot of stuff with this, but in the same token, you go right down the hill, and the next 5 acres is 70,000.
Oh yeah, because it's
And
way
you're like-
more prime.
Well, yeah, because it's flatland.
Yeah, and
Because you're like, damn, you
know-
can put septic, you
Yeah.
can build your fucking dream house.
Yeah,
if you want.
everything you need is in that square rectangle, whatever. Yeah, I
But
know.
see, so I was looking at the tiny houses, the Amazon ones. Have you seen those? Bro, they got them for like $8,000, a 13 by 20, and
What?
yeah, and they're just legit houses, and they like pull up with a box,
That's awesome.
drop it,
Yeah.
and then you open it up like a fucking camper, right? And it's got your kitchen, bathroom. It's fully done. It's a full done house. Yeah, and they'll
Like my
fucking
buddy's house.
pull up and just drop them off, right? But you gotta have septic.
Oh yeah,
You have to have septic. So if you find a spot like that and you drop a fucking $12,000 little house like that on it, you can make a little bit of bread.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, especially places like this where people love to hike and all that shit. Dude, you put a deer stand,
Yeah.
right? Just put a deer stand out there, you know, and then
Yep.
do a tiny house
Yep.
and just call it a hunting spot.
Right.
It's over with.
Tell all the yellow.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's it.
The tiny house
Montana and Wyoming
is
be
always
cheap.
movable. you
It's
know?
always movable.
That's one thing. Like in Massachusetts, if it can be picked up and moved,
Yeah.
it falls under a different category. It's not you can't tax me on that now. Property taxes, because they're always trying to get you for everything.
Are they? Oh, fuck
So
yeah.
if you may put it on log cabin, crisscross, tic tac toe, set it on that, and then the the tax appraiser or whatever it is will come and fucking look at it and say, okay, it can be moved. It's not attached to the house, so it's okay. You can build it.
Yeah.
You need a permit and shit, but anything else you gotta have a permit. So,
Yep.
but I just want a piece
I'm
of
a
woods.
motherfucker.
Just want a little piece of woods.
I want to be just far away from people as possible.
Yeah,
That's our goal.
that's
the
Canadian.
goal.
Have you ever watched Canadian Prepper?
Uh-uh.
Dude, you should check him out on YouTube. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think you would
I
actually
suck.
like
I
him.
suck with TV shows and stuff.
It's,
I'd be
it's
trying
a
to watch them.
podcast.
It's a
on YouTube.
podcast?
Yes, Canadian
okay.
Prepper.
Okay.
You would probably find what he says interesting.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about
Yeah.
what's going on, but he's a prepper and he's a millionaire who started a business surplus supply business for preppers.
Yeah.
So if you go on there, he's got everything you would ever possibly need to survive what's coming.
Yeah.
Anything and everything, and he knows so much about it.
That's fucking cool.
his
I've always
background
I've always wanted a bunker.
Dude,
I've always wanted a badass bunker.
he can literally.
But I want a
tell
swimming
you-
pool down there.
Dude,
Like
did
in
you see
that
Rick
one.
Ross?
Does he have a bunker?
Rick Ross, he just came out 2 weeks ago. Says, Elon, I listened to you. I'm taking your word. He goes, I'm going a little bigger though. What did he say he's putting in there? I'm putting wings or something in there. Dude, he's gonna have wings. Like he's gonna have
Like
a
roads?
little city.
Yeah, he wants to be able to drive his cars down.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And
Like
he
Fallout.
wasn't.
Dude,
he
he's
hasn't-
gonna drive his cars into something. Watch me get nuked, and he has to seal it, and he fucking starts up his car. You go here, real man, killed everybody. Why? Started the rolls. Lived there for 15 years on the ground, just about survived the fucking whole Holocaust. And it's over.
That's awesome.
Dude, a
But he
nuclear
said
Holocaust
it.
would be fucked up though.
And he wasn't BSing because like he was standing on the broken ground.
Yeah.
The excavators were working. He's like, they're fucking working, Bubba.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm going under. And if you look at it, there's a lot of mega elite that are doing it
They're all doing it.
because they've been told
They
what's
know
coming.
something we don't.
They know what we don't, dude.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be able to literally survive.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go backwards.
Oh yeah. I mean, all right. How much do you know about history? No.
Enough to know that we don't.
No, we
I don't
don't
want to
know
go
none.
back in it.
But what I'm saying is that if this planet's been here for billions of years, right? Now we could either go with the theory of Darwinism, right? Or, full evolution. Or we've been fucking wiped out multiple times.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm thinking.
Multiple fucking times. So we've restarted this human race
Yeah.
multiple times. We're only year 2000. You know what I'm saying? We're only in the 2000s.
Yeah.
2,000 years this place has been going on for billions?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't that good at math, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know that we got BC, right?
Yep.
And I'm not like barely chronic, like that shit we used to smoke back in high school. Not that BC, but like where we had the pharaohs and the Egyptians and all the way people back to Mayans and how far are we going back? 5,000 years? So we can only trace what 7,000 years?
Yes.
8,000 years of history?
Yep.
That's it? That we personally can say? But we honestly don't know this.
Yeah.
We don't even know if the 50s were real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't there.
Right.
We could have just started this game. It'd be a fucking simulation. They just dropped us into this shit. This is a new game real quick.
Yeah,
And well,
simulation.
that's why everybody's trying to figure all of it out. That's why we have all these books of rules and all these people are trying to figure those books out. And then we're sending people to school just to figure these fucking books out.
Yep.
Because who the fuck knows? We don't fucking know. We don't know shit. Look at 1900 was our first year. We don't fucking know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? First year for people. And that's it. We just started this fucking game.
Exactly.
We just turned this shit on, I
Yep.
mean, who fucking knows? Elon Musk believes that we're in a simulation.
Well, hell, even with the Mandela effect,
You
things
feel
we
me?
thought were real
Yep.
Yep.
This is a fucking
might
truth.
not be.
Yes. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
I'm big on that.
yeah, I
too.
believe in that.
I'm
Don't
Don't
hella
even
big
get
on
me
that.
into that. I saw fucking Sinbad. I saw him. I saw the dude do it. I can't remember what. I
Yeah.
saw him do it. I saw
Shazam or whatever.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yep.
Shazam.
Shazam.
I saw it.
Shazam,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what
Shazam.
You can't tell me I saw it.
Yeah. I know. I've fucking watched it too.
And the Bernstein
Yep.
Bears.
Yeah.
But no, the fucking the monocle on the Monopoly guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
The
Yeah.
Statue of
That-
Liberty. It's on like a completely
Yeah, it's
different
on a
island or
different
something.
island than
Like
it used to be.
it's
Really?
It was
Yeah.
on Ellis Island, but apparently now it's on Liberty Island or something.
It is.
Or it might
It's
be
at Liberty Park.
flip-flopped. Yeah,
It's Liberty Park. Yeah. Yeah, I went over there.
yeah.
Huh.
Apparently.
But see, I'd never been
yeah.
to the original, so I couldn't have told you.
Yeah, they say it's
Like
Is,
on
is it not on?
Yeah.
I always thought it was on Ellis Island.
That's
Huh.
yeah.
But Liberty
thing.
Park is right here. Isn't Ellis Island the island?
Yeah, it's like
Like Liberty
Ellis
Park.
Island and Liberty Island are like side by side, I think, or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure on.
I'm
but I
not
know that-
exactly sure either.
I'll have
Got
to
it
find that
flip-flop.
clip.
Yeah, I want to look at. I want to look at
Yeah.
that one. All right, but the one thing I can't do is flat Earth. I
No,
can't. I
no,
can't
no.
rock with people on flat Earth.
Absolutely
No.
not.
The only thing.
See, he's gonna try to prove a good point. Is what they say.
No, the only thing that blows my mind though, at one point I would say, okay, things that make me go, is the guy, the Navy. He was a Navy something or other. He was on a ship, line of sight. basically the rail gun, the laser rail gun. You know what I mean? Shooting something.
Yeah.
If I'm going to shoot that battleship 18 miles away, or that destroyer, or whatever I'm hitting, and I'm going to hit it on the right side at this spot.
Yeah.
And then you shoot it. It's a laser, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's like it goes straight. But
Yeah.
the curvature of the earth, how would it, you know what I mean? So there was no difference. You know what I mean? Like, how does a laser from point A to point B go straight? It doesn't.
Sea level. Sea level is
Right. It's just
different
that
than
was the only
everything,
thing
right?
that was that was the only thing that made me, you know, because the bobbing up and down and the curvature of the earth between I don't know how
you would
how much
imagine
is
that it would go out into the sky.
Yeah, but kind
and
of.
opposed to hitting the target
that would be
far
the first
away.
mental thought. But it's like but I also don't know how far per inch per foot does the earth curve because I don't know any of those numbers.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
like I really could not make a. I just thought, wow, that's okay. So if that a laser goes straight, so I was like, all right, that was about it. Don't know any details other than that. But yeah, the fucking Earth's round. We've seen it.
Yeah. So my biggest thing about the Earth being fucking round is go fly a plane.
Well, yeah, I'm
Right.
sure.
So as you're flying, you'll be looking dead at this fucking mountain, right? You'll be looking dead at it, but you know that mountain's only 4,500 feet, and you know you're 56. So you know you're clearing it by 1,100 feet right now. So, but you're looking dead at it. But if you just keep straight and you
Yeah.
keep doing, because you're going with the Earth,
The curvature
right?
of the
You're
Earth.
going
Yeah.
with the curvature of this. So if you just keep fucking going straight, that mountain, you're going around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So now as you get closer, you're coming up.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we're also in a simulation, so of course it's an
Very
illusion.
true.
Yeah,
Very true.
you know. You ever watch any of those near-death experiences?
Yeah, I
Where the
do.
people that died then tell you what they came back? That's like so intriguing to me.
Yes, it is.
Theo Vaughn had a doctor, and he has like a whole book on this stuff, and he like talks about his books and stuff. It's from a couple of weeks ago. It's really good.
Yeah?
And they can like do it now. It's like an outer body. It's not a near death. It's an outer body, and they can like have you trigger this in yourself, and you can experience it yourself.
Yeah,
And test-
DMT.
Yeah, no. But they were like talking about like a vibration in your foot because Sean Ryan had a CIA guy on there a couple of weeks ago, and he fucking went to another country with his mind and got a file and told them what was in there. Like worked for the CIA and shit. Blew my mind. Like by doing this shit, it's like an outer body experience.
Here goes the programming.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There goes the programming. Well, I mean, so why are aliens so prevalent now? Right?
We're distracted.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well,
This
no.
is going
See,
deep.
not to distract. I mean, some people think to distract.
I think it's a distraction.
I think it's to make it common. So in 50 years, when they come out and say, "Hey, you know, yeah, there's aliens here and this and that."
Nobody's like,
You ever had
See the video, the one from like last week in Colombia? It's like the most clear UFO spotting in history that they've had. The pilot got it on video. I mean, it was like 80 feet from his craft and just took off, and you can see it clear as day. It's just that
No
triangle.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with that shit heavy.
oh, yeah.
Have you
I
seen
do.
anything being up there? Have you seen anything at all?
Dude, no, and I search. I promise you, the entire time I'm up there, I'm like, please let me be the guy that spots this shit. I got my phone right here. I'm ready to fucking film it.
Dude, that'd be
You know,
cool.
yeah, no, wholeheartedly.
Was it last summer? We saw a shooting star, and then after the
Right
shooting
after.
star, we saw a couple things fly by the same direction, super fast in the same direction
Yep.
right after a shooting star. About 2 weeks later, same thing, a shooting star,
And then followed
and
by that.
the
Yeah.
same two
Weird.
big blips right after the shooting
So,
star.
I always
We
chalked
saw
it
a
up to
pilot-
edibles.
A bunch of pilots said they saw the same thing in various parts of the world.
Yeah.
Right around the same time we saw it. It was on YouTube.
I
And
fully
was like,
believe it.
See, we're not nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I always chalked it up to edibles because so I would like go and watch like telescope
Yep.
time lapses,
Yep.
right? And I'll just be chilling because that's like something good to But look, so I chalked it up to the edibles, right? But because I was hitting my buddy up at fucking 1 a.m, I was like, bro, and I'm like sending him clips of a time lapse of the stars, and he was like, "You all right, mama?" I'm like, "No, dude, look at this in that area."
Yep.
And like we were watching, and you know he verified it. And he didn't eat edibles that night, so like I was super stoned. But I'm just watching it. Oh man, for hours. Well, I'm watching, and the ones that the shooting stars that keep going were all in the same exact areas, and they kept coming in the same exact areas, but they would be crossing back and forth like traffic. It looked like the fucking I-5. It was just like traffic. And I was like, look, and I was like, and you could time it, right? But they were sporadic, but in the same sense, they were all in the same areas and all in the same movements. Now, everybody knows about black holes, right? How do we know that they just don't have a way, you know, with their, what is it, element 115?
Yep.
Right? So with element 115 or other elements that they've created because they're 3,000 or 4,000 years above us in their technology. Who's to say that they haven't figured out the way to shoot through the black hole? And all that is an exit. So when you're cruising down the freeway, oh, there's the exit. You know, we shoot into this one. So you got your coordinates that are gonna shoot you into each black hole. That's gonna put you into the different sections of the universe.
Stargates almost.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like Stargates. Yeah. So like it'd be just, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have that? You know what I'm saying? They're fucking 3,000 years in front of us. And who's to say? And we know that we've had fucking spaceships crash. That's just, we've known that. I mean, people are coming out with it with the fucking Tic Tac. That shit defying all laws of any type of physics, you know, and shit like that. And you go to Antarctica, right?
Black Pyramid.
We can't go.
No. And
We
you
can't
go on
go.
Google Earth, you know, go on Google Earth and look up the Black Pyramid.
Yeah.
It actually shows you the Black Pyramid on Google Earth. It'll beep, points it out. It just looks like the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Shaped like a pyramid, right? Well, if you pan to the right about a 1/4 inch, it's a rectangle about this long on the computer screen,
Yeah.
blurred out, right? And that's government-owned property.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you had a spot about a 1/4 inch wide that was snowy, and you could zoom in, see the mountains and the trees. And then it went into another square, blurred out, which was another facility. It's if there's no Black Pyramid. Whereas if there's nothing up there, let's say, what are you up to for?
Yeah.
With 2 bases, and one very big on Google Earth, like it took up the screen. It was big.
Yeah.
So you know it's not a football field. We're talking a couple hundred football fields probably. It's huge.
I just wouldn't dump all this money into fucking NASA if I already knew. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, look. But how would the world react if we did say, hey, we do have aliens. They are right here with us. We've been hanging out with them for fucking years, controlling you guys.
I feel like
you can't do that.
like now it would just kind of be accepted.
I don't know. I feel like
It would
people
be accepted now
vulnerable to
because
it.
that was my point. Is because I was saying it's not to distract anybody.
Yeah.
It's to start the acceptance.
To
right? You got
the
Men in
enrollment.
Black, the movies. You start
Right.
coming out with all the stuff that shows that aliens, and then now you have officials.
Yeah.
You have people that actually work in the government saying that, hey, no, this shit's real. I was part of these programs, right? And then they're allowing that to be. Do you really think the world leaders are not going to choke up or whatever? They would have just knocked dude off. You know what I'm saying? That's like these big corporate dudes that, you know, hydrogen, running cars on water. You know, everybody that got close to doing it and has been doing it got knocked the fuck off. You know, so it's like, you know, things of that nature. If the government did not want that to be part of the programming, because we don't get news anymore, we get what we're supposed to be told. So if they were just knocking the fuck off, you know, if they were like, no, don't be saying that shit. No, dude, I own the special forces. If I own the special forces, like I own the Navy SEALs, I'm like, what are you doing tonight, Joe? Yeah, no, look, I got you a 6-pack, but could you just stop in Maryland real quick? Just a little boop, boop. Cool. All right, I'll send you the Addy. Appreciate you, Bubba.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I own this Navy SEAls, you know?
Exactly.
They're just gonna come in, a couple Black Hawks. Sorry, I was training.
Just training.
Just training,
Yep.
you know?
He's
Wrong
sitting
court,
at
yeah.
Night Stalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, it's fucking funny. I love it. And I don't know what the fuck happened to my camera. It'll be all right.
What, your camera?
Yeah.
Mine's been off forever, I think.
It'll be all right. We got this one. We got this one. We got the other ones.
Okay. What about the presidents talking? I believe that the presidents back in the day,
No, they do. They have the book.
they met with aliens. You know,
Yes.
the gray, the blondes, Aryans, maybe.
Yeah.
They did.
The Greys.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Grays, I do believe that happened. So
See, okay, so
a secrecy type
I'm
thing.
a little I don't know. I want to say yes fully, right?
Right.
But I mean, our
you
presidents are
can't.
just puppets.
Yes.
They're not actual.
Back in that day, I think it was a little different though. When we were when we were in World War II and shit, it was like
Yes.
they were real men.
Yes.
So to
Yeah,
speak.
that is true. That is true.
Men were different back then.
Yeah, that is true. Now it's just puppets.
If it's really a thing, you know.
Yeah.
But they again, the Tic Tac is being shown, and even if it was us doing that to show a little bit of our technology,
Yeah.
what? How'd you get that tech? Where'd that technology come from? Let's be
Reverse
serious.
engineered.
Yes. So it's alien. They've been here. It's obvious. They crashed here. We got their aircrafts 10, 12, 13, whatever it is. Maybe 50. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we've gone to when it goes down in Brazil and shit. We go in.
Yeah.
America. We go into all the other countries except
Yeah.
for Russia, the big boys.
No,
The
but we're
ones
partnered
who-
with Russia.
Was that?
We're partnered with Russia. We're
with
teams with Russia.
Well, behind the scenes for.
Oh, of
for
course.
Aliens, yes.
Yes, of course. And
Right.
in all space travel, right? And China. So who's up in this space station right now? 2
Yeah.
Chinese, 2 Russians, and 2 Americans.
Right.
That's who's up there.
And that's it. Unless there's somebody out there.
Right? Or they're really just aliens and they're
Yeah,
just like kicking
right.
it. Yeah, man.
Yep.
They're on fucking they're on guard duty for Earth.
Okay. let's talk about the moon for a second.
Well, they got bases up there.
Not only that, the shit. Do you believe? Not don't say it's hollow and there's space inside, but there very well could be. But it is when they drop they've dropped debris, on
Yeah.
the moon, and it's rang for days.
Yeah.
The echo,
Yeah.
which one would claim, well, what you hit was a bell.
Yeah.
Bell's a hollow. It's weird. It's just weird shit, dude. I want to know more. I also want to know why Elon Musk doesn't like to go. He wants to go to Mars.
But not the moon.
Why wouldn't you stop?
You're not allowed to
first?
go to the moon. Why would you can't go to the moon?
Can't go to the moon.
Hell
you know why?
no.
I think was it because maybe we were told not to go? I don't know. Oh no, or why? I don't understand.
No,
there's nothing to see on the moon.
that's the camera that watches all of the simulation. Yeah.
Very good. Very well could be. Who knows?
That's the spawning point.
yeah.
That's the gulag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Drop in from the moon.
Yeah, when you die, you go in the gulag for a little while. That's
Yep.
the moon.
Dude, it's-
That's why all these different planets have moons.
Yep.
Because they have a gulag.
The gulag. It's crazy shit though, man. Because there's no way in hell that the pyramids were done pretty cool. There's some pretty cool
I don't
megalithic
know,
structures
dude.
out
I
there.
mean, in the same token, at that time frame, we had giants.
That's what I'm talking about, though. But
So we had giants.
but when mainstream archaeology will actually own up to all that, I mean, they don't show you, and I believe
It
all
says
of
it in the Bible, though.
I know it does.
So it can't.
Bones have been discovered, but they don't show it like they would show
No, why
something
would
they
they?
want to show, because it's not.
No, you have to maintain religion.
Yes.
If you don't maintain religion,
Yeah.
then
It'll be a total
It'll
collapse.
be a fucking total collapse. Because a lot of people don't believe in the law, but everybody believes in God.
Yep.
Right? And throughout our simulation, they do little things like they'll make you trip. And you're like, what the hell I tripped for? There was nothing there. That's what rocks were invented for skateboarders, right?
Yep.
To show that God was real. Yeah, God chucked all them. You know what I'm saying? Like your little brother. Put your foot out. Bam. Got him. Just let you know I'm here, Bubba.
Yep.
Just let you know I'm here and I'm more powerful than you.
Right.
Just let you know. Yeah, if they took away religion, then nobody'd have anything to believe in.
No.
All the
It'd be
emperors, pharaohs, all these people throughout, all the kings.
Yep.
Yeah, who is their right hand man? The high priest, the person who knew more about their scripture than anybody else.
Yep.
Because you create religion, you create power. If you create something, all you need is for somebody to believe in something.
Great.
If you can get somebody to believe in something, they will die behind you.
That's why the Vatican's sealed off, or the Vatican's underground library. They won't let anybody, you have to have special access to get in.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't let nobody in there either.
Yeah.
If I created that shit, hell no. No, I still believe that they have people that have been alive for 600-700 years. The people that really run this shit. They don't have cancers
very
and
possible,
fucked up
yeah.
bloodlines. And
That's
why wouldn't it?
possible,
We've had
yeah.
them. We've had them. It says it in the book. Half these people live 600, 700, 800, 900 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
It's not crazy.
No,
Think about the food.
When ours is only 70.
Think about. Do you believe that if you have a child and you feed it soda, candy, ice cream, no actual nutritional diet, right? And you feed it this all the time. What do you think his teeth's gonna be like? What do you think his lungs are gonna be like? What do you think his digestive system's gonna be like? Do you think that he's gonna live long?
No.
Not at all, right? They're putting Agent Orange on our crops.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're doing all this shit. Look at all the hormones and all this extra shit that's inside of all of our food. Dude, organic is a feat. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, I gotta pay extra for that shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Sad.
Just so that it doesn't be caked in with corn syrup.
Right.
Which is clogging up all your arteries. Right? They put you on medications first thing, off the jump, immediately. From what the second you fucking got a tooth, they're like, oh, let's put fluoride in your mouth. Let's start pumping these fucking chemicals immediately into your body, knowing you're gonna fucking. So all the cereals that you're eating, fucking poison. You know what I'm saying? All the food, everything's fucked up. Most of our shrimp, dude, they have fucking shrimp farms. They're all genetically modified. All the shrimp that we've been eating is all genetically modified. There's shrimp farms everywhere where they just fucking grow them themselves.
Right, because they can't get them from the ocean. It's too much mercury. So
Yeah.
They just grow them themselves.
Yep. and this is what we consume. So do you really think that consuming this over our entire fucking lifetime, from the second we're born, and then it passes down over generation to generation, right? My fucking illnesses and sicknesses are gonna be passed down to you because now I'm breaking that genetic code, my DNA. I'm breaking shit with diseases. That's why they say they could test you and test all of to see if you're gonna have any diseases in the fucking future.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, it's because they know what's up. They know how to, you know.
That's crazy, right?
Well, why wouldn't
no,
they?
it's just crazy that they. No, it's awesome. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
When I say crazy, it's not like I don't mean it's like unbelievable. It's just the way I speak.
I know.
But-
It makes sense. It makes sense though.
It's
But
just
no, it
insane
is.
that
It's
you can do it.
fucking
It's
wild.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
fucking wild. But think about a plant, right? What you feed it changes its entirety. Everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. That's why people are so big on different nutrients for your cannabis. Some are like, oh, I want to only run organics. Oh, I only want to run compost.
Yep.
Or I only want to run Gaia Green because it's healthy. And, you know,
Yep.
but I'm like, that's still processed. You know what I'm saying? But like, they got Athena Pro line where it's all just synthetic salts. Straight
Yeah.
synthetic salts, but it's fucking gas. But I'm like, yeah, but that's still like really potent meth now. You know, it's all chemicals. But what I'm saying is, I mean, I'm not knocking. I love Athena, right? I love Athena. I think it's awesome. But I'm saying, in the general scheme, what you feed your plant dictates what it's gonna do.
Yep.
So it's the same with all life, right? What you feed it is gonna dictate what it's gonna do.
Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, so why would they not control our food?
They respond to music too.
They do respond to music.
You can play like classical or you know what I mean, something that's soothing to the plant.
Yeah.
You can play heavy metal. There have been studies about it, playing music to your marijuana plants.
Yeah, this is true. They say that jazz is the best thing
Jazz,
to play.
yes. That's
Like
what I
it
was
literally
thinking
soothes your plant.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it,
Makes it comfortable and makes it like release its.
There's a lot of things to it.
hormones, whatever,
Yeah.
and grow.
Yeah.
I'll be in there like humming.
And then you can train them to
You're supposed
do
to talk
such
to
beautiful
them.
things. You can, yes. You're
Yeah,
supposed to spend
Learn how to
time
play
with
the
them.
Supposed to
banjo.
spend time and
Yeah,
talk to them.
dude.
Some
Yeah.
Harry Potter shit right there.
There's some
It
real
is.
nice shit.
Like,
It's
Hell yeah.
feng shui.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to slide. We're gonna have to get back to it. We got work to do. It's a
Roger
motherfucking
that.
Saturday. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys coming out.
It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you still gonna go out to the race?
I'm gonna go out there and watch.
True. I'm probably gonna pull up.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
They
It's
got
only 30 minutes
side-by-sides out
where
there,
I'm
so
at.
we can go ride.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're gonna steal one.
Yeah.
See, we're still recording. You fucked it up, dude. Damn it, Cam. I'm on the truck.
Jared said it.